Welcome to the Challenger series of Srijan Podcasts, where we invite some great minds to share the biggest challenge they have faced in their careers and how they solved it. Let us meet our guest for this episode.
It's a pleasure to introduce our today's guest, Ashish Janiani. Ashish is a transformational coach, Prism certified in 26 countries, soft skills expert, and sales leader with 15 years of experience in management training, consulting, and business expansions, and runs a training institute named Motivational Diaries. He has personally conducted over 2,000 trainings across 31 cities internationally with over 25,000 people expertising in sales, stress management, presentation skills, people management, company culture, staff gossips, anxiety, fear, attitude, time management, and leadership. Ashish also mentors individuals, business owners, organizations across verticals to help them reach their business and personal goals through exclusive one on one coaching sessions. He is regarded as one of the top corporate trainers in India. With this introduction, I have no doubts in that. Welcome, Ashish. It's awesome to have you on Srijan Podcasts.
Hey, Arijit, I appreciate the introduction. Credits are good, but I just want to make sure we have a great podcast today for our listeners. I think that will prove for itself, right? It's about today and what value we give them. So I'm looking forward.
Coming directly to the most important question, the theme of this series. If I have to ask you, what is the most complex or say complicated problem that you have solved in your illustrious career, what will it be?
So let me give a background, right, to leading to this answer today. 16 years, I have just been in sales, right? And when I say sales, I'm talking about time when we didn't have applications and smartphones. We used to knock on people's door, reach out to them. And, from there, everything has really transformed in today's world. I've been privileged to have studied, interacted, and personally be friends with a lot of greats in the world. For example, Zig Ziglar, if you come from a sales background, is a legend. He's no more, passed away 11 years ago, but I got a chance to speak to his son at length, Tom Ziglar. Conversations like that have really enhanced, enriched not only my experience, but as a value proposition of what we've been able to give to organizations. Now, coming fast forward to now, and the biggest problem that we've been solving, we have all just come out of this phase called COVID. And at certain places, it's still out there. But let's just say we are over that and things have completely changed. We've primarily been working with tech companies across the globe, not just the India territory. We've got US, UK, Australia, as you know, Singapore, South Africa, and literally different territories outside that as well. And it brings me back. This is how I can summarize my answer. I've got a friend called Paul Cherry, and he's written a book which has been selected by the Book Authority of India as one of the best B2B sales books ever. So if you're listening to this, pick this up as my recommendation. It's in the top 100 books ever. It's called Questions That Sell. And in one of the chapters, Paul says, you need to remember this, that people will be people no matter what era it is. And I think this is the biggest realization that we have given to people, and the biggest problem that we have solved, that you're still selling to people, you're still interacting with people, and it is still about solving problems and adding value to the business. A lot of us have complicated the process with too much information, and this information is not going anywhere. It's just going to get enhanced. You will have more applications on your smartphone, you will have more technologies available. Tomorrow we might be interacting in the metaverse, in transacting through blockchain, and at the same moment you would have different personalities. But remember, at the core, people still are talking about value.
That's very interesting take on that, Ashish. So, unteaching, as you said, can you state any example? I know you have done so many coaching sessions. Any place where any particular incident that you would like to share?
Absolutely. I'll give you something which I've not shared with anybody else. So in the
Well,
last
thanks for that exclusive thing on this podcast.
Absolutely, right. I like to keep it recent. So in the last 2 months, we've been in chat with a company which builds metaverses. Now, for people who don't know what a metaverse is, in the coming 5 to 10 years, you would go on any website, for instance, Amazon, and you would have your own avatar which would be wearing the virtual glasses to be on that Amazon store and actually shopping around what you want. You'll be able to pick up things, you'll be able to try them out. And as crazy as it sounds, there are organizations in the tech field who have already started to do this. Okay. Now, when I was talking to this company, we spoke a lot about technology, startups, people being excited and they wanting to, do this. And the whole pitch from the organization was around, this is what metaverse can do, this is what are the capabilities, and we just went on about this new technology out there, right? No matter when you're hearing this podcast, I'm sure that you will hear a new technology in your era. Okay. Now my question was, why would somebody do this? Okay. Why would somebody want to do this, and would everybody want to do this? And this is what stunned the organization, and this is what we miss. Okay, so unteaching people about this new gadget, new product specifications has been difficult, because people focus on this new product features which they feel are exciting for the other person to buy into this new idea, but it's not true, and it is never going to be true. So unteaching them this, and then teaching them back the essence of starting at the end, understanding the customer, why would they want to take action on this and not just be wowed by it. Remember, there's a difference between people being wowed and people actually taking action on that wow. And as sales professionals and as organizations, we are there for people to collaborate with us, to take action and to move things ahead. And if we don't understand that, we would make a lot of noise, have a lot of engagement, have a lot of followers, have a lot of downloads, but we will not have a lot of action. And this is the unteaching that we continue to do for other organizations. Simplify, simplify, simplify.
And that's a very nice way to put it. Simplify, and repeating it three times, that puts the emphasis on it. You also mentioned about data, like, and the way I understood it is that there needs to be a balance between how much data driven you are without losing the focus that actually you're dealing with people. Data is the new fuel, but the driver is still a human, right?
Absolutely. So there are different ways to look at a data point, right? I may look at a data point of a certain geography and be like, here is my audience who is 35 to 45 years old, who have at least 10 years of experience in an industry, and people with certain designation make the highest decision. Okay. I can look at this data and I can decide to further scale this territory, or I can look at this data and be like, why are other people who still should see value in it? Because I've simplified the process and I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of a person who's over 45 or under 35, understand why are they not buying, and look at the negative data and turn it around. Okay. People make things complex and they get confused, they overuse the data, and they're not able to trigger the bullet, the gun, and take action on the data that you have. So definitely analyze, but as a cliche goes, don't be paralyzed by analysis.
That's fair. And I think this is a very similar kind of mentality that we follow at Srijan as well. So our MD once told us that uh, yes, we are building software, but for whom we are building it for? It's for people, right? So you are engaging with people, you are working with people, and ultimately, whatever software you are building, it is going to serve people. So never forget that aspect of whatever you are doing. think
That's why he runs such a big company, right? Because this is true, and any senior leader listening to this, any entrepreneur, I think they will be nodding their heads right now to what you just said.
actually there's so much more that I feel like asking about your experiences, and I must park more of my questions for another day. Again, it has been a wonderful experience to have you as a guest on Srijan Podcast. Wish you a great day and many more wins coming your way.
Yep, I'll leave our audience, Arijit, with 3 questions that I've picked up from a book called The Challenger Customer, part of CEB Insights, which is now part of Gartner. So any CTO, any senior level leader solving complex technology problems, answer these 3 questions. Okay? What are you good at as an organization? What are you uniquely good at as an organization? And what are you uniquely good at which is sustainable, which means that competitors cannot copy that? And the answer lies in the soft aspects versus the hard aspects. So on that note, thank you so much, and I believe that this podcast is going to reach out to the right people, and we will have a great audience listening to this. I wish you all the best, and to audiences around, stay safe, stay well.
Thank you, Ashish. It's been a pleasure.
Hope you enjoyed this episode. For more such podcasts, please visit our website